welcome back to another episode of Stories from the Unbound Shores. But this week is a little different, or I suppose this episode, not this week, as I will be doing a little solo session with Haskel to cover his travels back to the group in hopes of having him being able to rejoin the group at the start of the next normal session.
The week's different, too, because now we get 2 sessions.
Well, yeah, the two of us do, at least.
Nah. This was part of my plan all along.
So, as I believe we last left Haskel in particular, he had said his goodbye to Gus, who had taken the body of Lady Amelie to Mount Mistal in hopes of getting it more properly seen to before journeying to Alzid onto Vano to return the body to her parents in hopes that she may be seen to, at their wishes.
Indeed.
And with Haskel, I believe, was trancing, trying to get his rest in.
Yep, I just needed 3 more hours.
Yep. In front of the Shrine of Bahamut, in kind of the wee hours of the morning. So you managed to get by unbothered by others, although during your trance you do catch yourself, you could have sworn you spot someone pass between trees kind of off the road in front of you, but you never quite got enough of a glimpse to know if your eyes were just playing tricks on you, or if someone was actually there.
Was it a significantly long time ago, by the time I'm done trancing?
I would say at least an hour ago.
Well, if it is along my route, then I would actively just check the first few rows of trees and bushes before passing on, just in case there's anything untoward going on.
Alright, then I guess roll me some investigation.
That be investigation. Well, it's going to be an 11, but my passive perception is a whopping 13.
Okay. Well, you don't seem to spot anyone, so you try to brush it off. Perhaps you were just seeing things.
Oh, out of curiosity, should I have inspiration for my character's insistence on seeing this job through?
If you don't have an inspiration, yes, please take some.
Alright. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing anything there. I would do some good quick stretches. I think that I would attach my shield to my arm so that I don't have to waste any actions doing that. I'm certain it will come in handy. But I can leave the sword sheathed for the time being. And I will continue on.
Alright, you begin journeying through what is a somewhat familiar path through the trees along the mountainside. And you guys had only been traveling for 1 day, correct?
Yes. We had gotten 1 day's travel in, which means they're going to be 1 day ahead of me, but they have to wait for, so while I'm starting off now, they're still sleeping, so I'm closing the distance now, and I'll be closing the distance tonight as well.
Yep. I figure I'll take you a day or two to catch up. which gives me some playtime here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you journey, you're keeping your eyes peeled, trying to make sure nothing gets the drop on you. I presume, anyways. And you find yourself and you find that you catch glimpses of something kind of pink and translucent going from tree to tree in the distance.
Can I tell how large it is?
It is the size of a humanoid.
And is it flying or on the ground?
It's in the distance, so it would be hard to tell if it was like barely hovering, but it's near ground level.
Okay. And all I can tell is that it's pink and translucent.
Yes.
That's not a lot to go on, but if I were to roll like Arcana or something, might that help me narrow it down?
You could roll Arcana or Religion. If it's likely a magic of some kind, this would give you an idea of which one.
Well, the die is not with me today. 5 Arcana. And whopping 7 Religion. So, nope, I'm gonna have to get closer.
Right. Yeah, you're not quite sure. Your paladin training kicks in. Translucent tells you perhaps it's some sort of spirit. But other than that, it's hard to tell, and you can't really think of any that would be pink. That just stands out as an odd detail.
It's an odd detail. As I go past the area where we faced the will-o-wisps and the Gorgon, I would want to take a few steps off the road and just check and make sure that, like, it still seems destroyed. It hasn't been rebuilt by anyone or rebuilt itself.
The Gorgon, in fact, the opposite appears to have happened. It seems something may have tried to strip some of the metal off of its body, tried to strip some of its metal hide, but seemed to be whatever did it was, well, whatever tried was unsuccessful.
So it looks like most of it's still there.
Most of it's still there, and if you took a detailed time, you could probably know if whether or not all of it's still there, but it looks.
Can I know, without spending too much time, if there's any, like, markings on it, like claws, like, to see what if this had been done with tools, or if it had just been torn at?
Yeah, you can make like a quick perception or investigation. Let me your call there.
Alright, I'll do perception. That's gonna be a 13.
13. Yeah, it's not like they're not particularly subtle about it, so that'll do. There are both some claw marks and some tool marks.
Interesting.
It'd be hard to tell if it was from like the same creature, but it seems to be in the same spot, so it could be.
Okay. Well, I'm going to travel a bit wary now, just suspecting that there might be someone or a group of someones about, and if they're trying to gather resources like that, then they probably wouldn't think twice about coming after an armed person. So I'll just keep my senses up and keep moving. Think what
All
else
right.
there was. So I should be able to travel 22 hours in the day, which is rough, but that's how I'll make up the time.
Yep.
That probably requires a Constitution roll to not suffer levels of exhaustion.
Probably, because that I would say that definitely qualifies as like a forced march.
Alright, so I'll wait till we hit nighttime and then I'll make that check.
Yeah, I'll basically have you make it kind of with your evening watches and stuff. As you continue marching, you are getting closer to where you saw that pink thing before, and you think you see it again, but this time with a much clearer view. You see what looks like a tiefling go behind one tree, and then once you pass it, you don't seem to see them. Like, you're not sure where they would have went, but they seem to have just kind of disappeared behind it.
Interesting. And it would seem to be a translucent tiefling, or this thing seems to be changing?
It's translucent. Like, it's kind of like shimmering, a little see-through. Like, you're not sure what might be causing that. As you kind of already rolled for it earlier. I guess I could let you roll one more time if you had a better look.
Okay. Got a shot. Okay, so Arcana's not going to tell me shit. And Religion might actually tell me something. Religion gave me a 21. Rolled a nat 1 on Arcana and a 19 on Religion. So I think the game's telling me which skill it wants me to use.
Well, you're not sure what it could be from the arcane side of things. But there are possibilities from the religious, the divine side. And that, includes things like, once again, it could be some form of spirit, but I don't know, it's maintained its likeness. Or it could be someone using something similar to to a spell like etherealness or something.
With etherealness, I shouldn't be able to see them at all, because they go to the ethereal plane.
Correct. But like I said, it could be something similar.
Gotcha. Okay. Blur or something.
Yes.
I guess, if I'm nearby the tree that it disappeared behind, I would just pause a moment to call out to say, "Hello? Is someone there? I am a paladin of Bahamut. If you need help, I may be able to render it. I am in quite a hurry, though, so if you are not in need of help, I'd appreciate if you went about your business and I about mine." I'll wait a minute for a response.
Alright, you wait. And, make a perception check, actually.
Ooh. Actually got numbers that time. That's persuasion. Perception. Oh, wow. Oh, disadvantage. Wait. Is it during the day right now? Since I left early, it might be.
No, since this would have been after you found the Will-O-Wisp spot, this is gonna be after that.
Oh, okay. In that case, then it's gonna be a 19.
A 19. Then you could have sworn you heard a faint laugh or giggle in response, but nothing else.
Okay.
Very quiet.
If I don't get a definite help or something to that end, then I'm going to say, alright then, you do your thing, I'll do mine. Safe travels, whoever you are, and I'm going to keep going.
Okay. Forgot to get my dice. 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Just want to have these at the ready for next time.
Oh yeah, next time being this time. Something. I think I fucked up.
No. as you travel through the day, you're starting to get close to where you're going to want to be camping, but you start to hear movement and perhaps voices. It's hard to make out from here.
Am I able to perceive any smoke above the trees or any light among them?
No, there is distinctly no light.
Okay. I'm going to try and stay quiet. I love that I don't have disadvantage on stealth anymore. And I'm just gonna keep moving down the road. It does seem to be coming from somewhere off the road, right?
Yes, further towards the mountain.
Okay. I'll keep my ears open, see if I hear anything, but I'm really trying to make up my time here, so I'm going to, if I can avoid problems, avoid them. Hiya! That's my amazing stealth roll is a 6.
Alright. Well, given the heavy tree cover and darkness, let's make that an advantage.
Okay. It's a 15. Still,
that'll work.
Still low if you ask me, but alright.
It'll work for today.
Okay. Do I gather any information as I pass by whatever's making this noise? Can I make out if the voices are speaking any particular language?
Yes, actually. You recognize the sounds of Undercommon.
Oh, yay. Alright. Always travel groups. I'm alone. And a traitor. No, I'm gonna keep going.
Alright. But you will hear a short conversation, which, as I'm not really a fan of having conversations myself, I will just give you the cliff notes.
Sure.
They seem to be talking about having seen the Gorgon and trying to scavenge it for the materials.
Interesting. Do I catch if they were going to try and utilize them now, or if they were going to try and take them back to the Underdark?
They seemed to be waiting for a bigger crew to try and move the whole body back to the Underdark.
Okay. Maybe my character knows better than me, because I've got ideas, but I just want to see if my character knows better than me. If there's anything particularly interesting they'd be able to do with the body. Like, it's a magical construct, I think. But if they're just trying to, like, use it to make armor and weapons, like, that's not that big a deal. But if they had some way of, like, reanimating it or something, like, that'd be more interesting.
I'll say this. I know somebody that day had a decent roll for it.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a construct.
Okay.
It is actually a monstrosity.
Interesting.
It is a naturally occurring creature, but its body is still metallic, similar to that of a dragon.
Interesting.
In that fashion, it's it's metal plates, but it still has organs inside.
Oh, okay, cool. So in that case, like, is there anything, like, what should I roll to see if my character knows if there's anything more drastic they could be doing with the body than taking the metal to make armor and weapons? I'm just trying to see if it's something to actually worry about, otherwise it's like, oh no, they have more metal for armor and weapons, who cares?
You could roll, I guess, some monstrosity nature to see if you know more about it.
Alright. I got a 15.
Alright. You think that as far as high goes, it's metal. It's particularly strong metal, but it's not like adamantite or something.
Mm-hmm.
The idea crosses your mind that wondering if they might be able to do something with its petrification qualities,
Yeah.
but you don't. Since you know that it was its breath as opposed to like a poison that it secreted, you don't think they'd be able to reproduce the effect.
Okay. Alright. So, probably just tougher armor and weapons. Probably.
Yep.
For now. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that as alone as I can, and,
There's one other thing, actually.
Okay.
Since it is a living creature as opposed to a, construct, it is possible that they could get a priest of Loth to resurrect it or reanimate it in some way and try to tame it or use it to their benefit. As you know, its primary dye consists of stone. It could actually be useful for carving out new tunnels.
That is fascinating.
It's why it petrifies things.
Because then it eats them.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, well, I still don't want to do anything with this information. Like, I can tell, like, there's probably at least 3 of them over there, right?
Yeah, there'd be, I'd say about 4.
Yeah. Alright, so... Yeah. I mean, there's a chance that I could talk to them. I doubt I would talk sense into them, and even if I could fight them, it's not really a necessary risk right now. I do prefer having numbers on my side for that. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to hiding and keep moving on. I'm gonna keep that information with me so that if, once I'm back with the party and we handle our other problem, it's like, oh, by the way, they might be digging new tunnels, possibly into the Dwarven Mountain with a Gorgon. Then we can be like, oh, that seems important. We should do something about that.
Yeah. Well, I figured this might be some food for thought. I was curious what you do, and chance for sneaking.
Nope. Sneakies. My die loved me. It was great. Alright, darkness. There we go. Now I'm fine.
Alright. So, yeah, just to clarify, you said you were going to move on and inform the group once you caught back up with them?
Yeah, once I catch back up with them, that's when, I'll bring it up.
Alright, then, you managed to make it, about the, oh no, because that was actually after the first day, because I was a little bit into the first day. So you make it to about where you guys set up camp last time.
Interesting. Just as a point of clarification, when we started off last time, we traveled for the day, and we had to do it going from the city, but you said that the shrine was a bit outside the city, so since I'm traveling longer and I didn't have to go as far, shouldn't I be able to get past where we stayed the first night?
That's a fair point. So then I will do this a little differently. So you're not done traveling, but you still do pass by where you guys took shelter.
Ah, okay.
You see Lady Amelie's tent. It's still left standing.
Yeah, I imagined they wouldn't take it with them.
With the whole stand on the back. You know that it would be, especially if you were to just block of that hole, it could be a nice place to spend the night. If you wanted to stop early. But if you're dead set on catching up.
Dead set on catching up. I will stop a moment just to take a quick look, make sure that anything that looks like it might have been important, the late lady had been left behind, that I'd grab it. But if it's just, the tent or some regular paraphernalia, then I'd leave that. But if there's any, writings, or if I can identify any of her family's magic cloth or any of that, I'd make sure that didn't get left around.
Alright, you make a quick investigation of the tent. As it is a small open space, you can either roll or just go off your passive.
Well, I did do better than my passive with the roll. So that's going to be a 13.
13. The space is small, kind of barren and empty. But you do see that under a kind of fold of the tent that you had fallen in from where it had been cut, there appears to have been left behind a small hand mirror.
I will grab that. Is there anything special about it, other than that it's probably expensive?
Well, it does look expensive. That much is certain. Kind of, I'd say probably primarily made out of silver.
Yeah, that sounds expensive.
Even though gold's generally considered a more precious metal, I'd imagine her family has a bit of a taking to silver, as that is the color of their dragon. So probably silver with blue set gems, blue gemstones set in the back. So definitely expensive.
Yeah, I'll take that and put it in my bag safely. Offer a quick prayer to Bahamut, seeking forgiveness and guidance, and then I will continue on as far as I can go. So if I need to make that con check, I get it.
Let's make the con check, and assuming it's not awful, you won't be exhausted, but it'll determine how far you make it, either how close you get to the troll cave.
Alright, con check says 16.
16. And I would say you probably make it a little bit past where where you guys fought the trolls.
So, what does the aftermath of that look like?
Let me pull up the troll page. Oh, I'm on the wrong set of tabs. And whoops. Trolls, there it is. Yes, I do have a tab in here named Whoops.
Huh. Alright, so I see a big dead troll, I take it?
Yes, you'll see a body. Well, you won't actually see much of a body. It's mostly char and ashes, as the body was set aflame and rather flammable, as in my game at least, that's the reason for trolls being afraid of fire, along with their regeneration being stopped by it.
Alright then. Then actually, am I aware that it was a troll?
Probably not. It would be some big, it was something big to have left that much behind.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd assume you've been trying to follow kind of the tracks you might have found from the previous campsite.
Possibly. I mean, if they were using a road, it's kind of a road, right?
It's not really a road, it's more just following the side of a mountain. It's still heavy trees, no path had formally been made yet.
I think my character would actually be very concerned about this, just because he believed he was following the group's tracks, and they led him here, and this thing looks like it was killed with fire magic. And he knows that the mages in the party didn't use fire magic, neither of them.
That's fair. I mean, if you want
know that they use natural fire.
It could be possible if you want to make a medicine check. You could try and assess this thing's cause of death to have a better idea.
I mean, I can try, but you said it's largely ashes. It's gonna be like, yup, fire. Alright, medicine, what have you got for me? You have, 5.
5. Alright. Yep. Big fire. Big old campfire.
So, I would definitely be concerned that either the party ran afoul of somebody with fire magic, or that somebody with fire magic is following them.
Alright, there is enough of the corpse left to know that it is likely one large creature as opposed to like a pile of bodies or something. But so aside from that, you can at least think that it's probably not your party.
Yeah, I don't think the dead body's my party. I'm just concerned that that they either got into trouble with a fire user, or that a fire user, worse, that a fire user is following them. I guess the other thing I could do is roll survival to try and see if the party's tracks split up around this area, if they actually did anything here, or if they just passed through.
Okay. I'm gonna have to be a bit vague about that.
Okay.
Just fair warning, since right now we're somewhat getting into the game that hasn't happened yet.
Indeed. My survival check is not looking great. It's gonna be a 10.
10. What you can surmise from the tracks is that you don't see an extra set. Like, this path, the edge of these mountains is known to be particularly dangerous, so there's not much traffic here aside from, well, the natives. So you don't see any additional tracks that appear to be following your group. So if something is following them, then
using other means.
Yeah, either it might be flying, or it could be using like pass without trace or something.
Yep. And I also already know that the Underdark has an outlet somewhere around here, because there was a group of drow. There could be drow anywhere around here. There could be Dwergar, Swiftneblin, really anything from the Underdark, honestly.
Yep. They tend to come out. That's the reason that the dwarves, like, well, I don't know, roll some history to see what you know about the area, so sure. I can either kill or not.
Well, that's a very, very mediocre roll. Histoire. Give me a 9.
Since this has to do with drow / Underdark, let's also make that advantage.
Okay. Okay, that's gonna be a 15.
Yeah. You of course didn't have much dealings with this section of drow, like yourself.
Yeah.
But it still didn't hurt to know where strongholds of them were, like, close to the surface. So you'd be aware that there are a number of drow settlements kind of in and under this mountain range. And there, it's also highly, its population is actually more Dwergar than drow, but and this is kind of why the dwarves have stuck to just their single part of the mountain range and not expanded, because it's somewhat inhabited at the moment. It would take full-on war for either side to expand to the other's territory.
Gonna get a little bit worse if they've got a rock eater with them now. All right.
Could be.
Good to know. So I've got my ideas on what might have happened. My character doesn't know what really happened. But obviously...
Even I don't know what happened yet.
Exactly. So obviously they continued on and did stuff. Let's find out what I do.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue on a little bit further. I did my 16, yeah. I think I said on...
yeah, I'd say you have about one more hour of travel before you need to call it quits.
Sounds good. Alright. And then during the last portion of that last hour, I will be keeping a keen eye out for some inauspicious, unsuspecting little tight spot to sit myself down for a nice trance.
All right. 1 second. All right. You see a small clearing off to the right, kind of where it dips down to like a I guess it would be best described as a bowl in the earth.
Mm-hmm. Big bowl, little bowl, 1 person, 10 people?
It could fit a few people. It could maybe even fit a small house. But, high walls, no caves, and there's a water source. There's a water source right nearby.
Okay. I want
small
to
pool.
roll some survival, just to see if there's already something living here before I go tromping in. This bowl. Oh, that's a 15 on survival.
Well, this isn't as much. You don't see any tracks or things that would indicate something's living here, but your past perception, you see what looks to be some crumbled masonry, like perhaps something tried to live here once. Something like the humanoid.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like it's a sinkhole, does it? Like, is the crumbled masonry around this? No.
Okay. As I'm doing my best to kind of describe in this map I have come up with previously, I will just move to it and you can take your look at it.
Okay. Fire pit. Okay, I see what you're talking about. The stone over here.
Yeah, here and in the bush here.
Okay. Yeah. Going to bother with a fire. I'm only going to be here for 4 hours, and I don't know. Is it very cold?
I mean, there is a bit of a breeze, and so it coming off the water is a bit chilly. Like a fire would be nice, but it's up to you.
I mean, I don't want to do anything that could make me sick. Well, actually, it's...
No, you can't.
I can't get sick anyway. Ah! Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna, shove myself over here in this little corner. Like back up to the stone.
Alright.
Start passing my 4 hours, just trance away.
As you get about 3 hours into your trance,
damn,
you hear someone yell and a big sploosh.
Interesting. Okay, so this over here is like a pond or a lake, you said?
Yes, it's not very wide, but it looks pretty deep.
Okay. Trying to sneak my butt into these bushes. I forgot to say that I was going to offer a prayer of thanks to Bahamut when I found the spot. So I did that, and then this happened later. And I just want to roll stealth, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, good stealth, good stealth. That's a 21.
Alright, and since the thing you're hiding from is very distracted, I will also say with advantage, even though it was already a high roll.
Yeah, the other one was higher.
Okay. You believe you're hidden,
okay.
And you see emerge from this pool a soaking wet, panicked, pink tiefling that looks like the image you saw before. However, this time not translucent. Looks very, solid, real.
When they look panicked, do they seem to be like aware of me, or is it more like, oh my god, that was much colder than I thought it would be?
They do not seem to be aware of you, and they are on the move. They are moving as fast as, like, they're stumbling, trying to get themselves up and moving and glancing back at the cliffs. You can make a perception check if you like.
Yes, please.
At disadvantage due to dim light and dark vision things.
Okay. Perception. I've forgotten that number. 12.
Alright, well, I guess I don't need to roll for the others, because that'll do. You see what looks like... Well, actually, I should see how many. You see what looks to be two figures. You mostly just catch silhouettes against the moonlight. Up on the cliff above where she jumped from. And they seem to be turning away and moving towards, like, the switchback that got you down into this bowl.
Okay, so they're coming.
Yep, they seem to be coming.
Okay. Then, from the bushes, without breaking without poking out or anything, I'm just going to call in such a way as hopefully, like, mostly just she would be able to hear. So I'm gonna, directional my voice. I'm just going to say, to the east, there's a ring of stones. Wait there. I will handle these.
Who's there?
A friend.
Not knowing what to make of it, well, actually, roll persuasion.
Sure. Well, that's only going to be a 23.
Only, he says. Okay, what are you going to do? Those things are after me.
I'm going to fight them. Go hide.
She'll run and see this, and it looks like a good enough hiding spot.
Fine. I'm trying to say as little as possible, actually, so it's just, go hide, I'm gonna fight them.
Okay. Are you, like, charging up the hill or waiting in ambush?
I was gonna wait in ambush. Because they're gonna go by me, at least, like, somewhere in this range, I think. One of these 3 squares.
Okay. Alright. Well, 1 second while I move things. That'll do.
Tell me when they enter the grid area.
Yep. They will be charging down the final switchback at a decent speed. Not like inhuman or anything, but, not slow either. And you'll see these appear.
I guess zombie.
They do have, like, they're humanoids with gray ashen skin and claws.
Or ghouls.
You may roll a religion if you want to know what they are and what their effects might be.
Religion. With religion, I got a 3.
A 3.
Yeah. Religion is an intelligence skill, and I do not have intelligence.
Okay. Do you wish to use your inspiration?
No, because it's not going to change the fight, I don't think.
Okay.
And if the information is important enough to change the fight, then I'll be thankful I have the inspiration later.
Fair enough. Alright, let's roll some initiative.
Nice. I got a 8.
Okay. Let me pop open the initiative tracker.
I have 4 d20s that I'm going between rolling them one at a time and then going to the next, and then leaving them in the row on what they rolled. And so my last 4 rolls were, in reverse order, were a 5, a 1, a 17, and a 9.
Alright. And
17 was my persuasion.
nice. Let's see. Settings, custom label.
There's a reason that Dirk and I traveled together and work so well. He's got the skills I'm missing.
Well, surprisingly, you go first.
Wow. And so as they're coming at me, and I can't really make out what they are or think of what they must be or how to fight them, I'm just going, damn, I wish I had Dirk. Oh, initiative order disappeared. Where'd it go?
Oh.
There it is.
Sorry. Closed it by accident. I was trying to click the thing next to it, and I clicked the X by accident.
Alrighty. You guys. Alright, so... oh, down that way. Okay, that's not where I thought they'd be.
Yeah, that is where the switchbacks are, because this is kind of leading up.
Mm-hmm.
There's a slight bit of path. Everything else around this is like pretty much.
I thought they were coming through the lake like she had.
No. There's a high cliff, and that seemed like her only shot at escape.
Gotcha. Okay, well, damn. Hey, ghouls. I'm going to... Let's see.
Technically, the mystery woman goes first, but she'll just be waiting.
Yeah. If she's not taking an action, let her wait. I am going to move out to here. I think one. Actually, I'm here, and I'm going to have my sword and shield ready. I'm gonna say, "Hey, uglies!" I'm gonna bang the shield with my rapier, and I'm going to cast protection from evil and good on myself.
Okay.
Spell expenditure for the day. So. I forgot to take the long. Okay. Action. Alright. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. Like, I definitely have it. Right? That would have been dumb. Okay. Go. I think we Gucci. That is an action, and it is concentration. So that'll be that for now.
Okay.
Yes.
One second. Boop. All right, then here we go. How is there a range on protection from evil and good?
No, it's just I use it on myself.
I know. I was asking because you could also give the effect to the mystery woman.
Oh, yeah, no, I think it's touch. Hold on. Yeah, it's touch.
Okay.
So I can't. Sorry.
All right. Just thought I'd ask.
Yep.
So this one will move to here and make its attack. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
Alright.
My AC is currently 21, and if they are undead, then they have disadvantage to attack me.
Alright, that I forgot. Well, I'm not gonna bother since it already missed.
Mm-hmm. Who's next?
This one's going to move, and it would, and it's going to dash to here. And this one will dash all the way up to here.
Cool. That was
her
the
turn.
intention.
She skips your turn.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. Have that. It just doesn't seem like... Okay, no. Right, I wanted to check on... thingy here. Uh-huh. Yep. Nope. Okay, nothing super cool I can do with that. Cool. I am going to... attack... the guy who hit me.
Okay.
That's only gonna be a 13 to hit.
A 13 will hit.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to spend a first level spell slot and turn that into a smite.
Alright. It is undead. You may add your extra smite damage.
Booyah. That's 3 smite damage. 3 smite dice, excuse me, which is 18 radiant damage. And...
Oof.
yeah, 2 5s and an 8. And 4 non-magical slashing, piercing, excuse me, damage.
So, you did its health exactly.
Nice.
It's dead.
Booyah. And I get 2 attacks on my turn, so I'm going to attack the one next to it. With a crit. I'm gonna crit the one next to it. I'm gonna smite, because even with a crit I can't do enough damage to kill it otherwise.
Yeah, but a crit smite should do the job.
Yeah, it definitely. I'm thinking probably. So, crit smite, that's a starting damage of 11, but it goes up to another 13. So 24 points of radiant damage. I don't think I'm going to bother rolling the...
Well, that was quick work.
And that's going to be my turn. Now it's that guy's turn, who has disadvantage to attack me.
Now, I'd like to point out...
Yes.
These are all CR1 creatures.
Yes.
You should not be winning this so handily.
Really? Huh. Maybe I'm just amazing at D&D. I was fully prepared to use my inspiration if I missed an attack.
Yeah, and well, I mean, they are undead, which is paladins are meant to destroy them.
And I rolled a crit, which was pretty awesome.
Yep. Okay, so that one's dead. That one's dead. This one moves. I mean, they don't really. They don't really have intelligence. They just go by instinct. So it will attack.
With disadvantage.
Oh, right, disadvantage. Well, it wasn't going to hit regardless. But it rolled the 2 twice. Just for giggles. So that's a 6.
Okay, no, that almost got me. Almost. Like, so close, man. Alright, so, no. He misses. What else he got?
It only gets 1 attack, so, it's basically your turn again.
Woo! I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna miss the first... Look, I missed the first attack. And then I got a 17 on the second attack. Rolled a 1 and then an 11. 17, which should
Yep,
hit.
17 will do.
Cool. And I'm just going to smite again.
Yep, okay.
Oop. So... Oh, what did I do? I don't know what I did. Clicked a button by accident. Yeah, it's gonna be 16 radiant damage and 5 non-magical piercing.
Oof, getting bad rolls on the piercing.
Yeah, I really am. I rolled a 1 and then a 2, and I didn't roll it last time because I didn't need it.
Yep. Had you rolled a 3, it would have died.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It's still there?
Yep.
Oh crap! I'm out of attacks. Bonus actions. Do I have any I don't wield 2 weapons, so I can't do that.
You can cast Shield of Faith. You can heal yourself with Lay on Hands.
Can I heal it with Lay on Hands for 1 point of damage and kill it? I miss 3/5 sometimes. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, damn. It gets to live another round. Whatever. No, that's fine. It gets to live
let's be honest here. It has +4 and disadvantage. It's gonna miss.
Alright, it misses and then I kill it.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see here. Okay, the first roll was good. The second roll was better. Never mind. Maybe it will hit.
Jeez, what'd you get?
19, 20.
Oh, a nat 20 will hit.
A nat 20 was
yeah, you're right. It's disadvantage. So a 19 plus 4?
19 plus 4, 23.
23, yeah, I mean, that's gonna hit.
So that'll hit. Please take... I gotta get the dice out, because I forgot to grab the D4. Oops.
The old D4.
And you know what? I can't find it. I'll just do the standard. So please take 7 points of slashing damage.
Oof. Hey.
And for those of you watching at home, normally there is a Constitution save to see if something's paralyzed.
Uh-huh.
However, upon looking in the lore for the monster, elves don't actually have to make it.
Really? Just elves?
Specifically elves, because the first one was an elf, and it got some gnolls sent after it, and it had to cry to the elven gods for help. And ever since, they cannot paralyze elves.
Wow, that's so weird. I didn't know that. Alright then. Yay me!
Which is part of why I picked these, because I knew they're challenging to be a little bit less effective against an elf.
Yep. Paralysis would definitely be really unfortunate with the monster at 1 HP.
Yep. So then you hit, it dies.
Okay. I should have used my inspiration on the attack that missed last time. I just figured I could do it in 1.
I mean, you could have. You just didn't.
I just didn't. That's what I said. I figured I should have. I chose not to, and then I regretted it. So I defeat these things. I'm going to approach the I'm going to approach the stone, but I'm not going to immediately walk around it. I'm going to call out and say, "Are you there?"
I'm here. I heard fighting. Are those things gone?
I destroyed 3 of them. Are there any others that you know of?
I think I lost the rest.
Very good. I'm going to come over there. Is that alright?
Yeah?
Are you hurt?
I'm not hurt, but I'm freezing.
Okay. I'm coming over. I'm going to round the thing. I've still got my shield with the symbol of Bahamut on in front of me.
Okay. Upon seeing you, she casts a spell.
Oh, okay. As a reaction, I say, "Please don't!"
I'm gonna go with too late. Please make a wisdom saving throw at advantage.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw with advantage is going to be an 18.
Alright, you succeed.
Just, like, got my hands up in front of my face as the magic, like, courses around me. I break it. Say, I'm not going to hurt you.
She's kind of scrambling back, trying to kind of squeeze out the opening, like the small opening here, but can't quite fit.
I'm not going to stop you from running away if that's what you want, but I would like to help you. That's what Bahamut commands.
Kind of taking things in, she's gonna kind of calm down slightly. You're still terrified, but less panicky.
I'm going to, like...
What does Bahamut have to do with any of this? No, there's no light, so trying to see paint on armor is very difficult.
I'm going to cast Dancing Lights and illuminate the area.
Alright.
Just put up 4 orbs around us, evenly spaced, that's all. Just to light us up. Say, I'm a paladin of Bahamut. My name is Haskel. I'm going to sit down and begin using lay on hands on myself to heal my wounds.
Okay. 1 second while I pull up a dancing light image to use. Huh. Okay, that doesn't work because that just comes up with Christmas lights. Just scrap that. Okay, lights.
Just type in, like, luminescent orb. That's what I use for dancing lights.
This will work. Save image. Stuff. Save. It's probably going to come in a little big once it finishes uploading.
There it is.
I imagine something like this.
Sure. Good enough. I'm a paladin of Bahamut. I'm going to heal myself with lay on hands. Sheath my my sword was already sheathed. I just still have the shield out. I'm going to indicate the symbol of Bahamut on the shield and on my armor.
How can I know that for sure? You took that armor off someone else.
Are you very familiar with Bahamut, his teachings or his artifacts?
Somewhat?
Well, I have this holy symbol, and it can only be wielded by someone who truly serves Bahamut. If I were to falter in my duties, it would be removed from me. By Bahamut himself.
Alright, roll persuasion.
I got a 9.
9. Well, she doesn't fully trust you, but she does, but especially taking into account that you did still fight the ghouls, she is willing to stop panicking and calm down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, you are free to leave. I'm not going to stop you or hurt you, but if you're hungry and cold, I can offer you food and a blanket. I can't offer them to you if you leave.
She'll kind of look down at herself, and she's, soaking wet at this, as I've previously mentioned. So, kind of puts her arms around herself, shivering a little. I guess there's a first time for everything.
I'm going to sling my backpack onto the ground in front of me and pull out a rolled up woolen blanket. And I'm going to approach her with it slowly until she gives me permission to put it on her or tries to take it from me.
She'll try and take it from you.
And I will let her take it from me. And once she's got that, I'll go back to the bag and pull out some of my rations and offer those as well. Hungry?
Yeah, she'll take some food.
So as I said earlier, my name is Haskel, paladin of Ballet. What's your name?
It's been a long time since someone's asked me that. I was more referred to as servant than anything else.
My eyes are gonna narrow with that remark. What did they call you before that?
Let me check my notes, because I forgot to leave them up. Emera.
Emera. Well, it's nice to meet you, Emera, even if the circumstances are less than. But it is Bahamut's calling to all of his servants that we help those who cannot protect themselves and protect the weak from the tyranny of the strong. So, I have dispatched the undead that were chasing you. Are there others who are seeking you out that you still need protection from?
I don't think so. 1 second. At that she'll say, no, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure I lost the rest of the ghouls. And, well, I said I was a servant. It wasn't exactly a slave. I was just, hired help.
And how did you wind up here?
Well, I was working at the Mage's Tower, and, well, I was fired for being a little too interested at times. And so I've been making my way back to Alzid. But, well, you can see how that went.
Do I know of this Mage's Tower?
Yes, it is on the world map. I can show it to you if you like. It is over here. So, while it could be possible, she also might just be horribly lost, as you're somewhere up around here.
Yeah, I'll say, if you're looking for Alzid, you've been traveling in the wrong direction, I'm afraid.
Really? I thought it was near the mountain.
You're on your way toward the forgotten fortress.
Yeah. That or Mount Mistal. She was coming kind of from the, thisward direction. She was coming from the direction of the Forgotten Fortress.
If you continue in the direction you were just running, point to the east, you will get to the Dwarven City at Mount Mistal.
Well, maybe it's at least safer to travel near there.
A little bit. My group has recently passed through this area and defeated a number of spirits and monsters. However, several hours earlier I did pass by a group of drow, not like me, still true to Wolf-sworn drow. So they will be making that area very dangerous as they're trying to scavenge a monster that died near there.
I see. She looks down. What happened to your group? I see you're alone.
They've gone on ahead. I had a very important task which I needed to accomplish, but we're on a timeline, so I asked them to continue without me. I'm catching up with them.
Alright, and as you've been talking, you'll see that she's trying to get warm under the blanket, but, she still seems to be shivering.
I'm going to look around. I don't need to spend much more time here, so I can help you start a fire. We'll start this fire.
Alright.
Already there.
I guess she'll kind of, I'll kind of sit her there next to the fire. She'll say, thank you. Surely there's something I could do to repay you, especially for the ghouls. She'll say patting herself, looking to see if she has anything on her.
As I said earlier, it is Bahamut's calling to those who serve him to do as I have done this evening. I am just sorry that I do not have the ability, the time, space, to escort you to your destination. I am concerned for your safety, as these woods are very dangerous.
Well, normally I get along okay. With my time at the Mage's Tower, I learned one thing or two. But it didn't seem to work on those ghouls.
That is very troubling.
Or you, for that matter.
I'm going to pause and say, did you try to put me to sleep?
I tried to charm you. Hoping that you, might be a little more friendly.
Well,
it's generally useful when running to drow if you can get them to fight amongst themselves.
You are aware that elves are resistant to charm. All elves, including the drow.
She's just kind of, like, doing the anime thing of, like, tapping her fingers together.
So, I would recommend finding another set of spells to use against both elves and undead, as undead are immune to being charmed, and elves of all sub-races are resistant to it.
Well...
You know fire spells?
Not really. I don't know much. I can mend, I can clean, and I can charm. That's about it. I'm self-taught when they weren't looking. And when they were looking, that's how I got fired. Stealing mage's secrets were not, looked upon fondly.
I suppose I am simply surprised that if you showed promise in that you had already managed to learn such magics as you have, But they didn't seek to teach you more, make you a mage. But moreover, I'm very concerned that you'll have the resources to find your way through these woods safely to either Alzid or Mount Mistal.
Well, I heard about another small village out here in these woods to the west. I think maybe I could come with you and try and find it. Maybe that would be safer.
Would be safer unless that village does not exist anymore, in which case you'd be stuck going with me to the Forgotten Fortress. And believe me, I'm not trying to drive you off. I would like to make sure you are safe before I depart, but I cannot afford to go backward. How confident are you that this village exists?
Well, 60-40?
I need to set off very soon. Are you prepared to do that?
I'd be tired, but I could run, walk some distance. The ghouls kind of came upon me in my little camp. Had to leave most things behind. But it means I got most of my rest, so
How much more rest do you think you need? Another hour? Would that help you?
Another hour, maybe 2.
He's going to look to the sky, watching the stars for a few. Give you 2 hours. I must be on my way. Either with me, or on your way to the east, toward Mount Mistal. But again, if you choose to go that way, I warn of the drow scavenging a corpse that way. A large one.
Well, it's either wander around and likely get lost again.
For that you did not do that.
Or go with you and hope for a village that may or may not be there.
I'm going to settle into a cross-legged position. Close my eyes and just say, Emra, 2 hours. Get some sleep.
She'll kind of lean back against a tree, and I know there's not any here, so I guess she
Just got that stump.
Stump tree. Find something to lean against and try and get some rest and dry off.
Fire will help with that. After an hour, I finish my rest, get all my stuff back, and I'm going to spend an hour writing about my experiences.
Well, to interrupt that second hour, as she only spent about an hour running, this would be like the second hour of her watch, which she could spend at least talking.
Yep.
She will have some questions for you. So, how does one such as yourself end up in the arms of Bahamut anyways?
Quite to the surprise of both myself and several other paladins. But if you want to know the story, I can tell you it involved me being rejected by my tribe, my community, because I did not believe in the barbarism that Lolth wanted us to perform. And when I was left behind, the paladins that came seeking vengeance for one of my people's recent raids found me. While I am certain the community hoped that would mean that they killed me, being that they were paladins of Bahamut, they would not destroy me if I was not going to defend myself. And so, I said, I didn't want to follow both. I couldn't go back to my people. Why not go with them? Learn to follow Bahamut instead.
So victory snatched from the jaws of defeat then.
Yeah,
well,
something like that. It's been a good life so far, so...
I can certainly relate with being an outcast. Yeah, horns and tail and whatnot tend to have that effect on people.
Oh, yeah. Imagine that the associations of devils that created them does give you quite a lot of insight into what it's like to be reviled for something you did.
Yeah. I don't know what brought my parents here, but I was born on this continent back in Alzid. They had sent me to the Mage's Tower and as a servant in hopes of a better life. And as a, I don't know, we'll stick with servant. That's good enough. I worked there since I was a young girl. Had always heard tales of a tiefling community out in the desert.
Really? How are you going to seek it out now that you're not with the Mage's Tower anymore?
I'd like to, but with all my belongings gone, I think I'll be stuck here for a while.
Potentially. If...
Besides some cleaning, I don't have much going for me other than, my appearance. Well, some find it distasteful, others find it quite the opposite.
That desert wouldn't happen to be the one south of Stonefell, would it?
Southeast, Dusk Bay, I think the city's called.
Well, I'll tell you what, Emra. When we depart, we can go looking for that village, and with any luck, it'll be there. My friends and I, we have some important business to attend to, but once we're finished with that, we were going to be heading back, toward Alzid. If you wanted, I could make sure that we stop in the village and would go with us to Alzid.
Her face will kind of perk up at that, That would be great. Just... yeah. Are there any humans in your merry band?
There are not. Actually, my merry band is pretty much all elves and a dwarf.
Well, then it may not be so bad. I guess if they have you as a friend, then they'll probably be willing to deal with me.
They're open-minded. For elves. Um, if you have such troubling experiences with humans, are you going to have trouble with this village, should it be inhabited?
Well, it depends on the inhabitants. Out this deep in the woods, I'd expect it to be gnomes.
Hopefully they're still there. This war has been raging between the followers of the Raven Queen. Damn. This keeps leaving my brain.
And who?
Nerul. Raven Queen and Nerul. Nerul has recently been usurped by the Raven Queen, placed as the goddess of death. And so the followers of the new goddess of death are now dealing with the remnants of the old order. This old order seems to be making use of undead in a way that is quite distasteful to the Raven Queen. And so, that is why it is so dangerous around here. I am surprised that you are unaware of this, being that the Mage's Tower must be concerned with what's going on.
There's been concerns. I was aware that it had been happening. Some requests for support had come through. I had some, well, most of my duties were cooking and cleaning. Every once in a while, I'd deal with visitors. A few from her clergy came, and were wondering why the tower never seemed to have problems with the undead, but no one there seemed to know, or at least didn't say why.
The followers of Nerul never came seeking aid?
Well, maybe one did. I'm not sure if that's what he was or not. He was all a little hush-hush. I was not the one answering the door that time. I just kind of saw and heard things as I was cleaning up.
And among the things that you saw and heard, do you know if the tower chose to help them?
I can't say for sure, and I don't want to get them in trouble. They were good to me, at least while I kept my head down.
Indeed. But now they've turned you out, despite that you show a lot of talent for learning magic.
Well,
Do not belittle your accomplishments just because you haven't mastered more powerful magics. You didn't have a teacher.
well, it wasn't just that. There was another incident. One of the student mages was taking a liking to me, and I didn't to him. And so when I kept turning him down, he was, well, needless to say, he went to some measures to make some of my snooping a bit more incriminating than it really was.
Well, one of the people I travel with is a wizard. So, who knows? Maybe we're picking you up on the way back and give you an actual lesson.
I suppose we'll see.
I can't make any promises on her behalf, but something to have hope for.
Are you sure there's nothing I could do for you for offering all this help?
I can't imagine what I'd ask for. I have everything I need to do the job I need to do. That's all that really concerns me. Honestly, the next thing that concerns me is your safety, so if you're traveling with me, I don't have to worry about that.
She'll smile at that.
I think that it's about time we leave. Ready to go?
I'm still a bit damp, but other than that, I think I'll be fine.
Didn't you say that you'd mastered cleaning magic?
Well, mastered may be a bit of a stretch. I was shown how to use it to clean surfaces.
Why don't you give prestidigitation a shot? I'm told that it can clean and warm and also dry.
She gives it a try. Would you look at that? They really didn't tell me much.
The class. Well then, if you're ready.
Yes, let's. I do have one request, if it's not too far out of the way. Could we try stopping back by my camp? It seems to be the direction you're going. Maybe there's still some of my things behind?
I think that that's a good idea. Losing supplies is not good out here.
Indeed. Well, I can make this set of clothes last. It would be nice to, well, have a change.
Indeed. We'll stop by where she left her camp. As we head west.
All right. You head west. And you'll see a clearing in the trees to the south. Just say, it's a little hard to tell in the late afternoon hours here with the light, but I think that's it over there.
Hurry over there. I've got my shield on, but my sword's not drawn.
And you'll see, actually, a number of tents.
I guess as I notice that, I'll put out a hand and stop her from moving. As I continue to watch, and I'll whisper to her, I don't suppose you were traveling with others.
Not exactly. The campsite seemed abandoned when I got here, so I put my stuff in one of the tents so that I could, rest a bit more safely.
The tents were already here.
Yeah?
When I draw my swords, they stay behind me. And I move into the circle of tents.
Okay. I forgot that's a bit of cliff to the north, so I guess this would have been a clearing to the north rather than the south. My bad. On the small pictures, it's hard to tell.
Hmm.
So,
Get there, and I'm going to be listening the whole time as I'm approaching. 13 passive.
13. Let me check something. What is... Alright, you hear what sounds to be, rummaging in one of the tents.
It's rummaging in just one of the tents, so it's probably one medium creature.
I mean, this tent here is pretty large, so it could be 3 or 4.
Going to wave her back toward the trees. And I'm going to, you said it was the green tent?
Yep, green tent.
Alright, I'm gonna stay where I'm at here, and I'm gonna bang my shield with my sword. I'm gonna say in a commanding voice, alright, come on out of there. Slowly. One at a time.
Alright, 1 second. Yeah, this will do. This may come in a little large as it uploads. Oh. God, I have to do this a little different. 1 second.
Okay. Works. Works. Fun.
Oh.
That's my dancing light.
I forgot to copy, so I just pasted the last thing that was copied. Alright. What do you want?
I am hoping to retrieve the things from my camp.
What do you mean your camp? This is ours.
Really?
You see anyone else here?
No, but I had been away most of the day. Now I am here. I need the things from my tent. You can have the rest.
And just which tent you think yours?
I'm going to cast a look over my shoulder. Woods. Hoping that she can give me some kind of signal if they were in her tent or not.
If you roll perception just to see if you can get a line of sight on her. So.
13.
You catch a glimpse of her, but you can never seem to make eye contact. So. What? You got friends? Who up there?
They're not your concern unless you want them to be, and I don't think you want them to be. Let's try and keep this civil, just between you and me.
And there'll be like 2 more that start coming out of the woods from the north, kind of coming towards the commotion. And you can roll intimidation if you like.
Weighing my options here. Alright. Guess we'll just go with this. Okay. You're really not gonna let me go in my tent and get my things?
Still don't think they're your things.
Well, they're not my things. That would be a lie, which I can't tell. Because I am a paladin of Bahamut. But they do belong to a friend of mine. Yeah, we're definitely friends now. That's not a lie.
Well, really? When your friend's things join an our count?
According to her, it was abandoned and she stayed here. She placed them in the tent last night before being chased off by zombies.
And that's not a lie, because you have no clue what those things were.
Ghouls, whatever. Undead.
I mean, it doesn't really matter either way, because like I said, Eskel doesn't know what they were.
Yeah.
How
have you guys been dealing with the undead in the forest lately?
Tall wall.
Tall wall? Why are you camping out here? There's no wall here.
This can't be for idiots like you.
Well, that's just rude.
People come, this side camp is abandoned, and then we kill them in their sleep. I give up on the accent because I lost it.
Well, that's just terrible. So you find weary travelers who've done nothing other than decide, here's a place where I don't have to do the work to get something set up, lucky me, and then you kill them for it?
Trespass on our lands. Take our food, take our game.
Did you mark that they were your lands? I didn't pass any signs. I didn't know that I was trespassing on your land. When you come in here to kill them, do you tell them this is my land and you need to get off of it or I will kill you, or do you just kill them?
They just kind of start to scratch their heads. They look a little confused.
Look. You start warning people that it's your land before you kill them, and I'll put in a good word with Bahamut. I don't want to have to come back here and find more problems, okay?
Where orc is orc land. That's how they know they trespass.
And then, once you have informed them of that, do they get to leave?
If they leave, then we no get supplies.
So the answer is no. Okay. From now on, you're going to tell them that it's orc land, and you're going to give them the option to leave. And I'm going to come back here and check in about a week. If I find out that you're still running this racket, there's going to be problems.
Seems like there's a problem already.
There is, but I haven't the time to deal with it. So, shape up by the time I get back, or you're going to have a problem with Bahamut. Via me. I'm gonna just start walking away. confidence.
We're not done here.
Oh, no, we're definitely done. Like I said, I have a schedule to keep. You, shape up. Do better. I'll be back in a week. 7 days.
They start chasing you.
And now we run.
All right, let's get some athletics checks, and I'm going to say at disadvantage for the person you're basically dragging behind you.
Well, I got 16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
What is the bonus? All right, they get a 17. So they're gaining a little ground on you, as they seem to have a bit better knowledge of the terrain.
What if I throw some acrobatics in there?
All right, not strength-based.
I am not. That was a 17 on die, 16 with a -1.
Ouch. They only have a +0, so you guys actually tied on die.
So, but I get a +6 on acrobatics, and it could help me dive through the trees and such. However, it would be hard on my friend.
You can roll acrobatics, but you would no longer be rolling for the other person. Like I'd be rolling for them at that point.
Because I'd be leaving them behind.
You wouldn't necessarily be leaving them behind, but you wouldn't be dragging them along. Like you wouldn't be purposefully ditching them, but you'd be taking routes that might be hard for them to follow.
But if my concern is that means that they're on easier routes, and the orcs are also going to take the easier routes and just get them. And that they're not going to chase me down the tougher routes.
I mean, it's entirely possible.
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to fight 5 orcs.
I will say this.
I've got...
Their equipment looks incredibly crappy. Like, they do not look tough. It's like, tattered, like, animal hides and pretty much sharpened sticks for swords.
Alright, so does my character feel he could fight 5 guys?
He thinks that if he at least took pot shots while he was running, he might have a chance, or if he could, like, pick some of them off, like, get them alone. Speaking of which, one of them takes a stop and shoots a crossbow bolt at you.
Oh, cool.
And misses.
Okay.
But you've lost one pursuer, basically, because he's now fallen behind because he's trying to reload.
I'm going to keep moving to make sure to take advantage of that distance we gained. And then I am going to...
You'll hear Amara say, if it comes down to a fight, I think I can get one. And maybe that thing we talked about could work.
Thing we talked about. Oh, charm. Alright. Once we've taken advantage of, in other words, once the guy who was reloading starts moving, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on her. Actually,
It can be put on both of
It
you.
can be put on both of us. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on us. That's handy. And I'm going to tell her, stay next to me.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
And I will fight the first one that comes in range of me.
Okay, let me see. I should have a thick woods map that should work for this.
As long as she's next to me, I can use interposing shield.
Oh, right, I forgot you have that. Yeah, this one will work so long as I remove the, other enemies from it. Okay. How's this? Okay, so I'd imagine, well, what direction would you be running?
I would have been heading back toward the road or back heading west again, so southwest-ish.
Okay, then I will put you here. I will put these guys back up here. Oops. Oh, I gotta fix all that.
There should be like a clot of them all next to each other, and then one guy who's like 30 feet back.
Yeah, there'll be this guy that's back. And there'll be another two that are back, actually, because they just started further behind, back behind the tent. Which will leave these two kind of up front here.
Still thinking I might eventually go to the one that gives me actual cantrips, but for now I'm using interception. Wanted to use it in a couple more combats and how much I liked it.
Oh, that's the wrong camp. Where is... Right, it's the page marked for this. Copy. Paste. And your tiefling friend will be, like, kind of here trying to get behind the tree. Alright, let's get some initiative then.
I got a 15.
Alright. So, can you see yourself in the initiative order?
Not right now.
Okay, just checking. Can you see
Must be
bad
using
guys?
the me from the other map. Yeah, I can see bad guys 5.
Okay.
But that's all I can see there. Now I'm there.
And you got what, 15?
Yep. I tried setting it myself, but it didn't let me.
Weird. Auto roll initiative. Right. I need to... I think it's just... I'll just do it myself.
Just keep looking out.
Okay. That is the initiative order.
I'm going to prepare a melee attack for when someone gets in range.
Alright, bad guy's turn. He's going to dash to here. he's going to dash to here. These guys will dash as well. And then it was... Dang it, I just blanked at her name.
Emera.
Emera, right.
Like emerald, without the L and the D.
So, this is kind of like afternoon hours, just as is near the start of your day, which still starts kind of in the afternoon. Because you try to travel at night, so you would currently be suffering from sunlight disadvantage. However, you'll hear Emera speak up. You have a problem with the light, don't you?
Yeah, not great for me.
I hope this helps. And she will actually incant an infernal and cast darkness.
Racial spells. I put a block above us so that we're under a
Yep,
shadow.
she puts it above you to block out she puts it pretty much as high in the air as she can, so it'll block out as much sun as possible.
Nice.
So I'll give you guys a pretty generous patch of shadow to work in.
Excellent. That will help. My brain is failing to find this.
And that will be her turn. So now it's up to you.
I guess I'm going to go with Sacred Weapon as my action.
Okay.
Which is going to make my weapon glow and count as a magic weapon.
Okay.
But because it's not sunlight, it won't be a problem.
Yep. And it doesn't get devoured by the darkness either, because it's not the actual darkness sphere you're in, you're just in the shadow it casts.
Yeah.
It's in the way.
Also, it's not a leveled thing that I'm doing.
Oh.
It's
right.
Channel Divinity.
I forgot. I was thinking it was a spell.
Nope. But it is an action to do that, so now I'm not prepared to attack them when they show up.
So, bad guys. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Dang it. I wish I could undo my undo.
Redo. Try Shift Control Z. Nope.
Nope. But I think it was something like that. I don't know. That'll do. So he'll move to here and make an attack with his... Yeah. It's still a sword, but it ain't much. But he rolled well. That's a 21 to hit.
That would have hit if I didn't have Shield of Faith on.
Nice.
So
Out of curiosity, what's your AC?
Shield. Huh?
Out of curiosity, what's your AC?
Currently 23.
23. So, they have to crit to hit you.
Yay!
Because their attack bonus is +3.
Yay! That's going to make this fight actually doable.
Yeah, they weren't meant to be tough. They're 1/8.
No, but I mean, still, they can hit and they can hurt.
Indeed. Which is why there's only 5 as opposed to like the 12 that could be for like the
whole party.
Ghouls you messed with earlier. So this one tries to hit.
Is it going to try and hit me or her? I am glowing with the
power You're the one that pissed him off. So, you.
Okay.
And this one will dash to here. And this one will dash to here.
Mm-hmm.
And this one will dash to here.
Okay. If only I was a dragonborn, I'd be like, bye! Alright,
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing my magic weapon.
Uh,
Oh, wait, is it my turn yet?
It is not. Amara actually gets a turn, and I'm going to have her help.
Okay.
She takes a swing at one with a dagger. And that is a 19 to hit, which actually hits. So, wait up on my d4. There it is. 4.
Nice.
3 points of damage.
Yeah. I thought she'd rolled a 4.
Nope, rolled a 1.
Oh, that's not as good.
Alright, I forgot to start. Here we go. And so this one takes 4 points of damage. She'll say, back off, just kind of timidly, but still trying to sound fierce.
Yep.
Alright, your turn.
Alright, I'm going to attack the same one.
Okay.
Hitting a 17 on AC with my magic weapon.
That will hit.
Okay. Oh, actually, it was a 20. Because I get a +3 on attack rolls with Sacred Weapon.
Well, yeah, that still hits.
Yeah. I just didn't remember that. The reason there was a pause is because I was just checking to see if it did anything to damage, but it doesn't. Alright. I am going to stabby him. Or, oh, lovely. 4 points of non-magical piercing damage.
Hey! That's a little bit better than your girlfriend there.
Right? I'm going to throw on a smite.
Okay. As I have not said whether he's bloodied or dead or anything yet, that's legal.
From which he's going to take an additional 5. I'm hoping it's going to be non-lethal because I'm making a melee attack.
That is up to you if you want it to be lethal or non-lethal.
I want it to be non-lethal.
Alright, he goes unconscious.
Sweet. That means that I can turn to his friendo there. We just took out this guy. Take out this guy next. Not that it really matters. Let's roll an attack. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll do.
Alright. And he is going to be taking 6 points of magical slashing damage.
You mean piercing?
Magical piercing damage. I'm gonna smite him too, because I just cannot roll damage right now. 14 points of radiant damage.
That'll do. He's unconscious.
Alright. And I am really burning spell slots right now.
A question. Did you start this fight at full resources?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I did my long rest, and then I cast one spell. I have 4 first-level spell slots. I used 1 for Shield of Faith, and then 2 for Smite. So I have 1 first-level spell slot left, and 2 second-level spell slots left.
Alright.
So, that's it for me. Got my reaction in case I try to attack her.
Okay. Bad guys.
I guess I would just say, I'm not going to kill you, but Bahamut does judge you. You should flee.
They'll say, you started this, but tell us how to on our territory.
You should have listened.
And he'll go here. They're not wanting to, step on the bodies of their friends. This one that started here will attack you.
Okay.
Miss. One to your left will attack you. Miss. The one on the right of Emra will attack Emra. And miss.
Okay.
Even though she's not wearing armor.
She has a shield of faith.
Doesn't even need it. I don't even have to calculate what her AC is. I just know that 6 will miss because it's not negative.
True. It is a minimum of 12 right now.
Yeah. I think it's like 14 or 15. I'd have to check.
Alright. So, Emra's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
She'll kind of let out a yell as she just barely misses the one that, tried to hit her. And, come on, it was just some friendly advice.
Really was, too. I just wanted them to stop being mean.
And she will hit, because my dice only roll good for good NPCs.
And that one ghoul.
Oh, yeah, he did do something.
Did 7 points of damage to me that I had to heal with my lay on hands.
Yeah, but you got plenty of that.
I mean, I have 44 HP, so yes.
Alright, so she hits. He takes 7 points of piercing damage. And it's now your turn.
Alright. I can only attack 2 of these guys, so I'm going to start with the one attacking her. And that's a 19 on the die. Yeah.
Yep, that'll do.
That's a 28 to hit. Alright.
Gosh, you're level 5, man. You're not supposed to get numbers that high.
Yeah, but Sacred Weapon gives me the +3, so I'm at a +9 total.
Cheater.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna have to blow all my smites on these assholes.
Bear in mind, this one did just get hit pretty heavily.
Alright, I did 5 points of magical piercing damage.
Okay. I suppose I should have said that this one is bloodied.
Okay.
So would you like to smite?
No.
Alright, it goes down.
Good. I'm gonna wind up in a Riken situation where I save it and it's like, damn it. Alright. One more. Then I'll go for the guy to my far left. And that's 16 on the die, so 25. And roll higher than a fucking 2, please. Rolled a 5, so 8 points of magical piercing damage. And HP. So, smite. Another 13 points of radiant to knock him out.
That'll do.
Right. Pretty sure they only have 10 HP.
11.
It was close. Alright, so guy on the left is unconscious. That's 4 unconscious.
Oh,
no,
okay.
that's right.
Okay. Oh, to make that attack with disadvantage?
Oh, he's in. Oh, that would have been a crit. Could have saved my smite! Damn it.
Well, you would have had to roll it twice. So it wasn't a crit, but, it was still a hit.
Oh, no, I know. I was saying it could have been a crit if, it had, not been a disadvantage, because... Oh, well, whatevs. So, his turn.
And he's going to...
So, like, all your friends are down. Do you really want to continue this?
He's just gonna back away slowly, because he's disengaged and moved there.
You can come get them after we leave.
Alright.
Other people in these woods aren't going to be as nice to you as I am. Keep that in mind.
And Emerald's gonna be like, but if he leaves, he might get others. What if they come after us?
Well, by the time they tend to their friends and come after us, we'll be either in this village of gnomes, which you say exists, which means it must be safe enough from these guys, or we'll have found my friends. Either way, let's not stick around here, and you can tell me what exactly we're leaving behind in that tent.
Nothing worth it at this point. Let's go. Just some keepsakes, mostly. Food.
Got food. I'm sorry about the keepsakes. Alright, we're gonna continue on. For this, the third day of group travel, the second day of me catching.
Yeah. Alright, so he's just gonna basically wait next to this tree for you guys to leave.
And I show him that I sheathe my weapon, which stops glowing, and I back away and I just keep pointing at the symbol of Bahamut. Watching you.
You just get like the pantomime of talking back.
Let's keep going. Alright, so, where's this village?
I don't super know. It's to the west of here, near the mountain.
Near the mountain. Alright, head a little bit north. We go!
Alright. Where was it you said you were going?
Forgotten Fortress.
Right. I'm actually somewhat familiar with that. It came up once or twice at the Mage's Tower. It's a place of interest.
It was a project of the dwarves that never got off the ground.
I think the gnomish village is a bit to the west of even that.
We would pass the Forgotten Fortress?
I don't know. You've seen me. I'm terrible with directions. I don't know where I am. If I had my map, that would help.
Was your map in the camp?
Yes.
Do I have a map?
Maybe.
If I have a map, I'm putting it in my item list.
If you want to have a map, I'll let you have a map.
I think that having a map is incredibly sensible.
Well, you see, well, the map was kind of magic to keep me from getting lost.
That sounds valuable. And now the orcs have it.
It's the reason I was kicked out. I thought it was a gift from one of the mages that had made it themselves. Evidently, they just stole it from the vault.
I'm sorry, you thought that you were supposed to retrieve a gift from the vault?
No. It was a gift from the student who liked me. Evidently, It was to get me in trouble.
Now I understand. Okay. This mage's tower, was there, did it have a patron? A,
Define. Like,
like
a
Corellin?
warlock patron?
No. Like a patron deity, like Corellin, the god of magic.
Money. That's pretty much its patron. It functions on funds and whatever it feels like researching. It is beholden only to itself.
And the people who pay for things to get done. Okay.
Yes.
Just wanted to ask, because this is unfair treatment. Okay.
People come to this particular tower when they want to research things that are often frowned upon.
Like necromancy?
I didn't see any of that in particular, but they may have some sort of ward against it, because, like I've said, we've never seen any of the undead around within a decent radius of the tower.
Okay. In any event, on this map, here's you and me. Here's the Mount Mistal, where I came from. Here is the Forgotten Fortress, where I'm heading. This point is about 5 days away, walking a normal pace. How close do you think you are to this gnomish village? Because it's not on the map.
She's thinking really hard, trying to remember what the map she had showed her. She kind of... I'm not sure. It's... I know it's near the mountain. I recall seeing that. Let me get out the paint tool.
That puts it very close to the Forgotten Fortress.
Maybe here or here? I can't be sure. I know it's not next to the Forgotten Fortress. I don't know which side of it's on.
Either one of those locations, we're going to meet up with the rest of my group before we get there, so might as well just... I thought perhaps it was somewhere we might reach today, but if it's not, then we might as well just keep heading west and looking for my friends.
Do you know the spell commune? Maybe that could help? One of the clerics of the Raven Queen offered to do that in exchange for services rendered, as it's something outside the purview of wizards.
I do not know it yet. I may never know it. I don't know that paladins get commune.
I think devotion ones specifically do, but I could be wrong.
But it's at least a 3rd level spell. I don't remember.
It's 5th. You don't get it till like you're level 17.
5th level, you get at 9. Oh, me. No, you're right. Yeah, it's 17. Sorry. Always thinking in terms of full casters.
Yeah.
5th level spells at level 9. Okay, yeah, if you're a full caster.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Well, so I'm going to probably... how best to take this next? I wish I had my map, then I could at least know where I was going. Wait, well, like, you guys we haven't gone too far. If there's only one orc left, do you think we could circle back for it?
Yep. But only because we haven't gone far, and it sounds valuable.
Alright, I'll try and be quiet.
If you... I do have one biting question right now.
Yeah?
If you had a map with you that prevented you from getting lost, how did you end up where you were last night? Going the, like, opposite direction of Alzid, practically.
It only functions for a certain amount of time a day. And, I thought I was on the right course, and then I got distracted, and then I guess I ended up going the wrong direction. It's not perfect.
Let's just go get it. Let's go get it.
But when it works.
Alright, so going to make a circle back toward the road, and then try and go, or I guess we could circle up further north toward the mountains and try and sneak north of where I fought them, and then try and get this thing from the tent. Hopefully it's in the tent and not in one of their pockets.
Okay.
Sneak.
Do you bring that concern up with her?
Yes.
Well, it's early enough. I don't think it's recharged, so it would just look like blank paper.
It doesn't even look like a map?
Not normally, no.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
It's odd.
Indeed. Alright, so. Big whopping 13 for stealth. Wait here. Just gonna grab all the paper. Oh, damn, she probably knows which one it is. I can't make her wait here. She has to go with me. Blank paper.
Should I drag over her token or leave it to just you?
Yeah, I'm gonna need her. Because unless it's got like some kind of identifiable watermark so that it looks like a blank piece of paper but with an insignia on it, I'm not going to know which one of her blank pieces of paper it is, so I won't know if it's one of the ones there or if it's missing. So I need her.
Alright, so shall I be tagging along?
Lord Bahamut, your guidance is difficult.
She got a 25 for stealth.
Well, at least she's not the reason we're gonna get caught.
Bummer. Maybe you can learn it some other way.
Maybe. Alright. So, go our stealth.
Okay. It's not that one. Over here, down to the south. It's in here.
They were rummaging.
Well, I couldn't see where they were rummaging around. I just know that this is where I put my stuff.
Listen. Do a listen. I got a 13 to listen.
Okay. All sounds quiet.
Wave her, and I'm gonna head into the tent.
She kind of pokes her head around the corner, and then comes in when it looks safe.
Alright. Is your stuff still here, or did they already grab it?
Looks like things are still here. Hold on. Here we go. She'll, pick up her, pack, and start to say, do you think they have time to grab the bedroll, or should we go?
Grab everything you can. Make sure you can carry it. If there's a backpack, that'll make it so you can carry more. I don't want to stay here more than a few minutes.
She grabs her bag, grabs a roll of papers, and what looks to be a map case.
I'm going to, once she seems to have everything, I'm just going to move past her, and I'm going to cut my way out the back of the tent. This way. Jam the sword. Puncture it a bunch of times, and then tear it.
Okay.
Maybe the next people who happen upon this place will... They'll find a different abandoned site. And then if there's no...
Well, if that's what we want to do, I could light it.
Light the one... Yeah, if you can't do it from here, if you have to be next to it, then yeah, light this one, and then let's run. Then they can think about whatever's going on here. Be a distraction.
I just have to be within 10 feet.
Yeah, light this one, then. Forget the
She'll
one
cast Prestidigitation and light it up.
We're gonna head as quickly as we can through the woods, and hopefully we get to hear angry orcs shouting. So.
You don't hear any angry orcs shouting, as by the time anyone would show up from
Conscious.
from being unconscious or from wherever it is their main camp is, likely takes too long for you to still be in earshot.
Well, I imagine them. Alright. We managed not to kill any of the orcs. Put the fear of me into the last one at least. Got her strange magic map back. Her bedroll. I'd call that a win-win, win-win-win. Win. Alright, heading back toward the road. Checking for my friend's tracks. Follow them.
Alrighty. So you begin to travel for a while, and after you've gotten away from the from the orcs and the camp and whatnot, Amra will start to take up a conversation with you. I know it's well, yeah, I'll say this a different way. I appreciate what you've done, but part of me is curious why you didn't just kill those orcs. You know they're just gonna kill more people, right?
Because they're humanoids too. Like the drow. Just like me. And everyone deserves a chance to make better choices. Even if they've made bad choices before, they deserve a chance to change. Like I was given a chance. Dirk, my partner on this mission, he has a more ironclad view on these things. People make the right decision now, or they're not given the chance to make the wrong decision. But I don't see life that simply. And I can't justify taking the life of another humanoid just because they might do wrong. So if everyone did that, I'd be dead. And there'd be one less paladin and a Bahamut in the world. So, people make bad choices, but they can atone, and they can start making good choices. That's what I'm doing. And so, I give them the chance to do the same. Sometimes they have to be shown the right way, as those orcs were. At the end of the day, they're still people. Like you. I'm certain there are people out there who look at tieflings and say, why don't we just kill the devils before they have a chance to kill us?
I wish it weren't so true. I guess it's a fair point.
So that, Emra, is why I didn't kill them. I don't know that they're going to start making the right choices. But I know that I've given them the chance to, and when I return, as I said I would, if they have not started making better choices, if they have not started being better people, well, then we're going to have a different conversation. Because it is still my job as an agent of Bahamut to protect people.
And I'm glad it is. She gives her a smile.
I return the smile. So if we can get you back to Al-Zid at the end of all this, are you then going to make for the desert?
Maybe. I don't know. If I can, it kind of depends. I have some gold now that I have my things. And who knows, maybe I can sell off this map or something.
Mightn't that get you into more trouble with the Mage's Tower? Shouldn't you maybe try to return it to them somehow? Someday?
Maybe?
Sounds quite useful. Did you figure out where the gnome village is by looking at it yet?
Well, it's the map of nighttime navigation, so we're gonna have to wait till evening before it will function. That's where it really looks like a piece of paper during the day. It's very odd. It's like a star chart, but not. It's a thing.
Good thing the orcs were checking the camp in the day, then. That was lucky. So, where were you before? You said you were born in Al-Zid, and then you were sent to the Mage's Tower, so all you've known is this place?
Yeah, pretty much. From what I could tell, my parents were outcasts for some reason, so they ended up having to come here. It's pretty much the only place left if you can't go to Dusk Bay.
And they were outcast here before you were born?
Yeah, I don't know why, though.
You're 18, 16, 20, 12.
Is it really that hard to tell?
No, you just never told me.
Yep, I know, but you listed off that many numbers.
Like somewhere in this range.
1 second.
Tieflings die around 80.
Let me go check the sheet. Uh, well, yeah, she's about 19, and she'll say as much.
Which means that they were outcast here before Nerul was slain. Which means it was before all of this nastiness with his
Yeah,
followers.
it's been an interesting couple of years.
Is it just that there's nothing? I guess I'm just trying to understand why tieflings would be cast here. Is it just that the only civilizations are Alzid, the Mage's Tower, and Mount Mustal?
Those are the main ones. There's a lot of this continent's still unsettled. There's a smaller known half-orc village to the south.
You think that's where our friends are from?
Well, I doubt it because it's a half-orc village specifically, not for full orcs.
Oh.
Alzid is also primarily composed of half-orcs.
Didn't know that. I didn't get to visit Alzid. We teleported in elsewhere.
I always wondered what teleporting's like. Could you tell me?
It's interesting. Sort of like walking through a door that leads between two different places. You don't really feel too much going through, like maybe a little uneasiness as the world shifts. But from one step, you step in, and then you step out, and you're elsewhere. So it's sort of like stepping from inside to outside, or from outside to inside, sort of, is the change. So usually it's both places are out of doors. So it's a bit strange. It's kind of cold at first. The first time I went, it was definitely nauseating. But I'm used to it now.
Must be nice to be able to cross all that distance in the blink of an eye.
It is. But it is something that I've long had the luxury of serving in the temple. It's definitely not for those without deep pockets. The temples guard that secret well and hide it behind a paywall.
Well, I'd imagine anything that useful must be expensive. It's certainly the case at the Mage's Tower.
Yes, the Mage's Tower is probably connected to other towers and places of studying and learning magic around the world.
From my time there, it's my understanding that all of the towers operate separately, but still kind of communicate and work together.
Interesting. Did Melisari say that she had come from a particular tower?
I don't think she has. I think she's mentioned that she spent some time at the Mage's Tower. Here. And that's why it was one of the places you guys, I think, pinged for the commune back when you're trying to find where the Death Knight went.
Right. Well then, that'll be an interesting conversation. Catch up with the party. Well, I think that it was probably the will of Bahamut that you ran into me last night, because there is just so much danger in these woods. I can't imagine that you would have wanted to face that and still facing it alone.
Certainly, I certainly don't want to if I don't have to. But, well, my looks may garner me unwanted attention in many ways. They also come with some benefits, as you've seen. One of which can help me to defend myself.
Darkness definitely helps for running away as well.
Indeed.
Well, every person has their value, and we always eventually find that which we're meant to do. I believe I found mine. Still looking for it. It's okay. I think perhaps we'll find good fortune. Stick with me. Very valuable skill.
That's my hope with trying to find this gnomish village. There's little record of it, as they wanted to keep to themselves, I think. But to my understanding, they're the masters of constructs. If it exists, of course. It's more myth and legend than anything.
I would be interested to know if our job, that of my party and myself, takes us not nearly as far as the Gnomish village. Do you still wish to be taken to the Gnomish village then? I figured you would not want to have stayed there, but you hadn't mentioned that there was something to be gained.
Well, they might be good with magic, so it's a place I could learn, but I don't know if I'd be accepted. So I'd also be happy with trying to go back to where my parents came from, Dusk Bay, but I don't really know how the banishment works there, and so if it applies to, descendants as well, I'd be rejected upon arrival.
You said that Dusk Bay or someplace nearby is where all tieflings can go.
Yes.
Which was
it was Dusk Bay.
So the tieflings will banish their own.
They will, those that give them a bad name, usually the ones that tend to act more like monsters or get accused of it. It's trying to build a better image for those of us as a whole, but it has to trample on those falsely accused to do it.
Falsely accused? You know that your parents were falsely accused?
I don't know, but they were always good people, trying to do the best they could, at least by me.
I'm not accusing, I know nothing of it. I was curious if you know that for certain, perhaps you can plead that case to them.
Well, that's the hope. Well, honestly, the hope is it just doesn't come up.
Indeed. Well, I want to wish you luck on that quest, but not ready to depart that yet, so I'll simply keep my eyes forward. To the next challenge. But, I guess all I meant by saying all this was just, I'm glad you're safe. Glad I was able to help. Amit will be proud.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna break the fourth wall a little here. I'm mostly out of prepared material at this point. So if you want, I can wing it and add on some more, or we can kind of have you go to camp and then cover the last day of travel off screen.
they've got to get through 2 days of travel without me.
Yeah.
2 days of travel.
Well, it's. Let me see. I thought it was only 2 days. The idea was for it to be 2 days because there was.
I did the one full day.
And then you
met her at the end, and this is 1 full day, and you just another day. Okay.
All right, so I guess you should be fine this day. So, for timetable's sake, I guess you can't go to camp. You'll need to have run into them at some point here.
Either I'll have run into them some point today, or I'd be doing it like very, very early the next.
Yeah, let's go with like very, very early the next.
So, get us to eat. Does anything else happen?
Well, I mean, it depends on how you're feeling on time. I can certainly have more things happen if you'd like, or it can just be some role play, and then call it a night.
We're at 2 hours and 45. So, if you've got another combat you wanted to run, I'd be fine running another combat. I have no slots left. I have just my second level spell and my channel divinity left.
All right, well, let me take a quick look at like the encounter builder, then see what I can make that will hopefully not kill you.
I still have all of my Is she definitely the thing that I saw that was, like, translucent?
Yep.
She was definitely heading the wrong way, then! Because I was heading west, and you said I actually caught up with her, and then passed her, and then she somehow passed me and circled back.
Yep. Well, assuming it is her. Like, when I say that's her, I mean, like, it looked the same. There's no way to know for sure. She doesn't act like she's seen you before.
I guess I could ask her that.
Alright,
E12 ran away. It rolled a 4. How weak. Seven, 8. 12.
Alright. So then I guess I'll have the last thing occur either at or after camp.
Okay. And as we head on toward that, I do have a question for you. Do you have the ability to become translucent at all? See-through? I only ask because I saw something on the road that, now that I'm here with you, I feel must have been you.
Not exactly. I mean, the closest I come to see-through is, put a bright enough light spell up against my skin and it starts to, see through a little.
I mean, I'll just tell you that I was traveling west the entire time, so it was east of where I met you, closer to Mount Mistal, when I saw something that appeared to be humanoid, that was very pink, and that was translucent like a ghost or an apparition might be. And so I was hoping that might have been you, lost.
I don't think so.
No, and either it was some other creature, or it was some vision sent to me by Bahamut. Be on the lookout for you.
Perhaps. He often sends you to be on the lookout for a girl who's going to go plumbing down a 60-foot cliff into a pool.
Not always so specific. But Bahamut does call us to help those in need, and when Bahamut believes that we can be of use, sometimes gives us a nudge in the right direction. He once sent me to save a young man who was being taken by a fiend. We were able to destroy the fiend and save the young man, and that's how I ended up with this holy symbol. It was given to me by an aspect of Bahamut himself.
Alright. Quite the story.
Quite the nudge.
Just for clarity's sake, it, I believe, was actually a monstrosity.
Was it? I don't remember.
Yes, it was.
I didn't fight it at all.
Yeah, it was a gloom stalker.
Oh, okay.
Basically, the Raven, as you explained almost this by Vasilisa, the Raven Queen's kind of dead retrievers for souls that somehow escape the astral sea before being ushered to where they belong.
Mm-hmm. And then he was sent to Bahamut's part of the astral sea by Bahamut, I believe.
Yes. To Bahamut's realm. He was more or less escorted personally.
Yes. So, I mean, even more so, the poor lost soul that we were to find was one that Bahamut personally wanted in his realm.
How did something like that even happen in the first place?
I'm not entirely certain exactly how it goes after we die, but because of this event, I am aware that it is possible for souls to come loose from Shadowfell before they've been properly directed where they need to go. That's what the Raven Queen's job is, and I believe she's still settling her kingdom at this point, so it's likely that there are a number of souls that get lost in the jumble, at least for now.
I wonder. You know that mysterious visitor I mentioned?
Yes.
One of the bits I'd heard, they were trying to I don't know. I'm not sure if they were trying to go somewhere or open something. It was all hard to hear, and I wasn't really supposed to be listening, but
There's no one here but us.
I think they were trying to open some sort of rift or portal, or at least keep it open.
Do you suspect that this might have been some rift into the Shadowfell?
Well, I don't know much, because my studies are rather limited, as I've said. But, I mean, if there's some sort of doorway, as you put it, with teleporting earlier. Between here and there, maybe he just walked out.
That will be important information for the Temple of the Raven Queen. That will also probably be important for what we're doing. I'll have to figure out how. Thank you for sharing that.
Anything to help?
You think it was a place nearby the tower or someplace far away?
I didn't hear where, sorry.
Okay. Oh. Very good to know.
Alright.
Drow stripping the armor of a Gorgon, and now possibly someone referring to a portal which could lead to the Shadowfell, potentially in the service of the former Nerul.
The only thing that
it was Bahamut himself opening that rift to try and get that soul. That'd be an interesting twist.
The only thing that I know, the only thing that I kind of picked up for certain is that they definitely didn't want this thing closed. I don't know if it was already opened or if they were just trying to keep it open, but trying to keep it from closing was the goal.
From close. Portal. I'll have to run this by my friends. Maybe one of them will have some more insight on it. Maybe we'll just have to go ask directly. Power. Many unknown.
Well, what is it you're doing all the way out here anyways?
Hunting an undead that has a vendetta.
Not against you, I hope.
No. Against somebody I was hired to protect.
Are they with your group?
They were.
Were?
Failed to protect them. They're being sent home to their family. But this undead is still at large and still has a vendetta. So, while I can no longer defend them directly in combat as I had been originally charged, I can still defend them and their family from this creature by destroying it.
This said, you find another place that looks suitable to, make camp for the night. I'm just going to use the same slide because I don't have another one.
Fine, it's a good camp slide. Ugh. He has to get a full night's sleep. It's slowing me down.
Sorry, but you wanted an interesting NPC, and unless that's enough, it's going to slow you down.
into the third day. Luckily, I didn't have to worry too much about it the other days, only adding 5 hours so far.
Yeah.
Could have traveled. Oh well. So we make.
Alright. Do you want to do a fire or anything, or?
Still cold out, then. Try and go someplace where a fire will be less noticeable, hopefully, but smoke rises.
Yeah. He's gonna be like, yeah. I know, me kind of had to the other night because I was so wet at the time. But are you sure a fire's safe?
I am not sure a fire's safe. I'm just asking the DM if it's warm enough to go without a fire outside.
I mean, it is cold. You could probably get by without one. It wouldn't be comfortable, but you could get by. It's not like it's going to be life or death. It's not the winter or anything.
Not life or death. Have one. But it is life or death. Or it's not life or death to not have one, but it is life or death to have one. I guess we'd out and I'd bundle up. I don't even have to roll for forced march because she has to sleep.
Yep.
Alright. So I get my blanket. I imagine I'd already gotten it back from her and I just wrap up in it.
Yep. Hey. I must have misplaced my blanket when picking up my things. Think we could share?
I'm just going to take the blanket off and hand it to her. It's like, I'm wearing armor. That's not going to be comfortable for you.
She understands, but looks a little put out.
I see where you're going with this. However, clang clang. Trust me, it's safer that I keep the armor on. It takes far too long to get it on if we need it in a pinch. My friends are all doing the same. We're not leaving ourselves vulnerable until we're out of this place.
I'll consider an IOU then.
Haskel will smile, but look otherwise confused.
I could at least warm up your clothes. That way it's something better than nothing.
I would appreciate that.
She'll cast precipitation a few times and give them some heat.
Thank you. I'll hold watch, of course. And then I will trance, during which I'm still technically holding watch. That way we can just do the 8 hours and go.
Yep. Alright, and I think I will... Oh, right, the other encounter. I almost forgot about
it. See? Gonna be grateful I didn't give in to those urges.
She tried. She super tried.
I know she super tried, but I'm not taking my armor off when we're out in a war zone.
Sadly, this apparently is not horror film Haskel.
Well, maybe they'll have time for something like that later. We'll see. Should have tried that charm spell again, but that would have worked. Not.
No, that goes into some uncomfortable territory.
I agree.
Okay. Let's see. So, as you just get set down to trance, you start to hear something coming from the north. Or, oh wait, never mind, from the south, because I see something. That would actually make more sense.
A road?
No, let's see here. I need to grab a token real quick, because I forgot to do that. Alright. You hear something coming from the south. From this direction.
One more ping. There it is. Okay, I'm going to check on her. Make sure she's still asleep.
She is sound asleep.
Quietly get up and move that way and make sure that I continue to only hear directions that side of me and not the other.
Yep, you all hear things coming from the south. Sounds like somewhat echoey taps on stone.
Rhythmic?
There is a certain pattern to it.
Sound like somebody sending a signal or somebody's footsteps?
Sounds closer to footsteps. But lighter.
Right. So, I see this tree and this cave looking thing.
Once you get closer, you can see that there's this rather grass-covered cave entrance, like, grass and moss.
I'm actually just going to stand right in front of the cave entrance.
Okay. Then I guess when it gets within 120 feet, which would be pretty much once you stick your head in.
I mean, I'm not going to stick my head into the cave. I'm just going to stand in front of it, like, with my shield on, my sword drawn. Just, like, waiting for it.
I imagine, like, it will just still, like, see past the moss, basically.
Uh-huh.
You will see... Oh, sorry, wrong thing.
Huh, interesting. Look back at the camp. Wait, what?
They're twins! Now you figured it out.
Twins, Dirk.
Oh, Lord. Nope. That's my school stuff. Where's the thing I just downloaded? Saved pictures, DVD, monsters. There it is. I don't see copy. Where's copy? There it is. Okay. That's still not what I want you to do. Okay? Do it this way. Maybe a bit big.
That's a big ol' spider. That's not getting out of that hole. Oh, now it's compressed.
Like I said, it's moss covered. It is like a full.
I went over here and did this fully expecting it to be like a few drow soldiers like marching out and be like, guys, just go back. Either go back or like stay out. But let's not do this. I don't think I'm gonna be able to reason with a spider.
Yeah, this thing is like I'd say a good 45 feet away.
Standing there like sword and shield drawn, like, alright, oh, that is not what I expected. Where's my bow?
Alright, let's get some initiative.
Oh boy. Woo, I got a 9. We're in jail. Rolling shit.
Okay. Sound asleep. Bad guys.
Gonna do what you gonna do when they come for you. Bad guys, bad guys.
Alright, what is the it charges forward the 45 feet and then squeezes past you to this space.
Love that.
Well, actually, what makes more sense is it would do the phase spider thing. It will have disappeared.
Oh no. Not a phase spider. I should have recognized those colors. Phase spiders suck. I'm like looking around, like where to go. Where to go.
Like, it'll be running towards you, and then poof! Sparkles.
I don't like that at all, so I'm immediately looking around for it. Go in between having a shield, having a shield. So I can't.
Correct.
Is it hiding?
It is not.
So I should be able to know where it is by the sounds.
In most cases, yes. However, in this case, the answer is no. I'll just pull back the fourth wall here. Ethereal Jaunt. It's a bonus action. The spider can magically shift from the material plane, or to from the material plane to the ethereal plane, or vice versa. So it's not on this plane of existence currently.
Nice. What would I roll so that my character might know that?
You can roll either nature to know just about the monster, or history, either of them with advantage, just because you come from the Underdark.
Alright. For nature. 16 for history.
16. I wouldn't say that you know its abilities entirely, but you would be aware that it
Times goes away.
something more than invisibility. It's there and then it's not, and then it's there again. You know that you have to see it before it can strike.
Meaning it does not use this ability to make unseen attacks.
Correct. It has because it has to use it again to be on the correct plane to attack you.
Yes, if it's not on my plane of safe found right now. Get a little bit of distance from the hole, since I apparently can't keep it trapped in the hole, which is what I was hoping to do. Move to where I've got a little bit more space around me, but I don't want to get too close to the camp.
Makes sense.
Then I will prepare. Sure. No, I don't have that necessarily. I can instead beef up and drop my channel divinity to get my sacred weapon going.
Okay.
Got that +3 to it's going to be a...
All right.
Yeah, okay. I think that'll do it for my turn.
Emma's turn. She's still sound asleep because there's been very little noise made. Get these.
$35. $60. Okay, as a bonus action, I should be able to cast Shield of Faith using a 2nd level spell slot. I guess it's just as good as anything else. My other spells that I could do a 2nd level aren't going to be that useful. So yeah. So Channel Divinity to get my glowy weapon, using my +3, and bonus action to Shield of Faith on both of us.
Okay.
So she has Shield of Faith even though she's asleep.
Okay. All right. So the Thief Spider will move to here, and will come out from will rematerialize in the bush behind you and attack from in there.
Okay. I have 23 AC.
It crit.
Okay, it hits.
That sucks. That super sucks. Is there any reason it would have disadvantage?
Nighttime. I don't know. It probably has tremor sense, so...
No, it only has dark vision.
Oh, dark vision's enough.
Lay
it on me.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough. I'm gonna be honest here. Okay,
Guys, things were going so well, and then a spider killed me.
So, let's see, that's 18 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I got a 13.
You pass. So, please take another 18 points of poison damage.
Well, I have 8 HP left.
Yeah, crits are bad.
I also lost Shield of Faith.
Well, it's to hit sucks, so it had to crit to hit you.
Cool. Is it my turn yet?
Yeah, it's your turn. It only gets one attack.
Okay, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds, 2nd level.
I will remind you that Lay on Hands is a bonus action.
I know, I'm going to take advantage of that.
Oh, you're going to do both. Okay.
I'm going to do both. So, Cure Wounds, because Cure Wounds at 2nd level is... 14 HP.
Okay.
And then I can give myself my other 20. Well, I can give myself 23. Nope. 3 health. And that brings me back up to full. So as long as it never crits again... Good. That's all I got.
Okay. Back to its turn. And it, as it's seeing you not attack it, just attacks again. And misses.
Alright.
And then vanishes.
Okay. Well, now this time I will prepare an action to attack it when it reappears.
Okay. Then back to its turn. It will reappear over here.
I will attack it.
And you get to make your attacks.
That's gonna be a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Going to take 6 points of magical piercing damage.
Okay. It takes full damage.
Now it can do its thing.
Don't you have a second attack?
No, this was my reaction prepared attack.
Yes, which means you get both attacks, because you prepared it. It's not an attack of opportunity.
Oh. Then, yeah, hold on. That's gonna be 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Gonna take 5 points of magical piercing damage.
Okay, it takes it. And now on to its turn. It attacks. And it, what's your AC, actually?
21.
21. We'll miss.
Okay. It does not disappear? It can't, because it reappeared this round.
Yep.
Right.
It can only... It's only not hittable every other round, basically.
Right. Which means now I actually get to take my action and hit it.
Yep.
Cool. Alright, that's going to be a 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
And full damage, 11 points of magical piercing.
I believe it's bloodied. It is bloodied.
Rolled a 17 and a 19 the last 2 times. What are the odds I get a crit someday? Oh, that's a 2 on die, so that's going to be an 11 to hit. Wait, I have inspiration!
Okay.
Inspiration, go! I mean, I guess I'll hit. It's a 21 to hit. Not a crit, but it's a hit.
21.
Yeah.
Alright, that'll hit.
Okay. And I maximize again for another 11 points. Woohoo! Thing fucking almost killed me in one hit.
I mean, its poison damage is no joke. It's 48.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, I ended that fight with full HP. And I still have 2 points of lay on hands left.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried that I'd chucked too much at you with this one, so the last hit should have hit you. But
even if that last hit should have hit me, I think as long as it wasn't a crit, I'd have been okay.
it wasn't a... You know what, let's see just for the lulz. So it would have been a D10. So that would have been 4 points of piercing damage. And I will just roll 20 for the other 48. Make me a con save, will you?
Oh, yeah, okay. A 10.
10 on die or 10 total?
10 total. My die rolled an 8. Sucks.
then you would have taken 22 points of poison damage.
On top of 4. So 26 points total. I still would have had 18 HP left.
Okay, then you can either keep it at that HP if you want to say you did it completely as intended.
Totally legit. I'm just gonna hobble my ass back over to the... Oops, I'm still in measure mode. Over to the fire and just, like, sit down hard. And I heal myself those last 2. Get me up to 30.
Alright, and with that, we will call it there. And I will have you meet up with the group. In the next, hopefully near the start of the next session. I may have them do 1 combat without you, but I will try and have you be there pretty much immediately after that.
It's all good. I don't mind if I have to wait, as long as, you know, they get that, here's what you're doing without Haskel, so that, you know, they have some appreciation for the time we're apart.
Yep.
And they spent 2 days and change without me. Seems good to me. I've managed to beat the spider all by myself. I've still got 20 HP left, and I'm just about to get my full rest, so, you know, everything's copacetic.
Yep.
These woods are fucking dangerous.
Yep.
What the hell was she doing out here?
Running for her life. That's what she was doing.
Yeah, I know. Much the whole time, I'm betting. Alright, sounds good. Thank you for running that, Derek.
Hope you had fun.
Yeah.
I know I did.
All of that, my strategizing and everything I did was to protect her. Is that worth an inspiration point back?
Yes. You've been doing some good roleplay this whole session, so it should be worth it regardless.
Please. Alright, well. 3.5 hours, which means it's longer than our normal sessions. I'm spoiled.
Yeah. Well, I needed the stress relief after today, so I'm glad you were up for it.
I'm glad we did this, and I'm looking forward to Sunday's game.
I might need to see if I can work in solo sessions with other people at other points, because this was fun. I kind of get to know the character a little better.
It's very important. I think that just because of difficulty scheduling, I haven't gotten to do it with any of the players in mind, but they're good. They're a good idea. Alright, I will end the stream now. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.